Hey Kinfolk, so that's how I make my Pells, and I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should have a Pell. 1, it's going to help you with every little aspect of becoming a better fighter. It's going to help you with your aim, it's going to help you with your distancing, your pacing, your combinations, shot efficiency, speed, and all these things that people really need to work on in order to be better at fighting. It's just so much easier hitting a Pell on a regular basis and then going to a practice or a tournament or a big event, and you know what you're doing because you've been practicing. And you know, you don't get anywhere unless you practice. And this helps you do that. And it's probably the most superficial reason. You know, what I mean by it's not trivial, but just on the surface level, it's very obvious this is what you can use it for. So I just thought I'd get that one out of the way. So number 2 is conditioning. You can't get, fight conditioning. You can't fight longer by just running and doing a treadmill or going on the cross trainer. This will help you get better at fighting, or help you fight longer, and it'll help you feel better after the end of a very long fight because you practiced. You built your body's conditioning. You built up the muscle memory and the efficiency in your body to be able to fight for long periods of time. And that's what else this helps you out with. So number 3 helps you with body mechanics. So as you're swinging, you might notice that your arm is starting to ache or get tired more, or your hands or your back. All of these things are going to show you where you're lacking in your body mechanics. Now, anybody who swung stick or real swords or rattan, whatever your discipline is, you're going to know poor body mechanics, because you can get seriously injured to the point where you need surgery because you've swung poorly for so long. And this helps expose those things. So when you start feeling an ache or more fatigue in one part of your body versus the other, it's not that you need to keep practicing, it's that you need to step back and say, where am I swinging poorly? So where am I not using my body to move the weapon and not just my arm or not just my back? I need to really stop, slow it down, and I mean really slow, and just make sure that you're swinging your weapon just right. Otherwise, you could end up with an injury at an event or a long-term injury that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life if you do it poorly long enough. We all know those guys, and there's a lot of stories out there, and I don't need to reiterate those. There are other builds on how to make a Pell, but I don't particularly like those. So those particular Pells involve like a bucket and concrete, where you set the stick in the bucket and just let it go, and you pad it up if you want to. And so my problem with those is that the concrete's hard to move sometimes. It's like 80 pounds, 50, 80 pounds. And if you don't really want to or can't move 80 pounds, then that particular method doesn't help you. This helps you. This is like what, 15 pounds? Really not that much. And it's more bulky than anything. And if you're trying to move this in and out of an apartment, you can whack the legs down and get it a little bit easier. You could probably bring the legs, instead of 24 inches, you can bring them down to like 18 inches or maybe a little bit more, just so you can easily get it in and out of a spot. This is going to help me gain, or it's going to help me with my conditioning. It's going to help me lose some weight, and it's definitely more entertaining than running on a treadmill or running around in the woods, although I do like those things. That's all I got for you. And if you found this episode entertaining or helpful, then please consider donating to my Patreon or buying me a coffee on Ko-Fi. And also check out my Etsy store. And you can check all that down in the description down below. And I'm going to send you home with a be humble, be helpful, and be honorable. Thanks for watching.